Online dating, narcissism in action. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Long-standing readers of my work or viewers of my work will be aware that I have pointed out the repeated hazards of online dating, which essentially amounts to the fact that it's swimming with narcissists and also replete with disappointment. If you want a comprehensive breakdown as to why you should not engage in online dating, pop over to the Ultra channel and search for my video about online dating and why you shouldn't do it. There's two further aspects that should be highlighted in relation to online dating vis-a-vis the narcissistic dynamic. In effect, if online dating was a narcissist, it actually behaves like one for two distinct reasons. A report by Sean Boyle in the Guardian newspaper explains that dating apps exploit their users. As you know, the narcissist exploits people. This is done by taking the prime aims from people under the auspices of appearing to love or care for or be friendly towards another person. The report explains, "Designed to be deleted" is the tagline of one of the United Kingdom's most popular dating apps. Hinge promises that it is the dating app for people who want to get off dating apps, the place to find lasting love. Some delicious promised gain there. But critics say modern dating is in crisis. They claim that dating apps, which have been downloaded hundreds of millions of times worldwide, are exploitative and are designed not to be deleted, but to be addictive, to retain users in order to create revenue. Well, what would revenue be in the world of the narcissist? That's right, a residual benefit. And I have consistently maintained that dating apps are not about love, they are about money. They are designed to keep you involved so that you pay a subscription or that you obtain add-ons in relation to the dating site or app because it's about money. An Observer investigation has found that dating apps are increasingly pushing users to buy extras that have been likened to gambling products and can cost hundreds of pounds a year. Many apps, including Tinder, Bumble and Hinge, now offer the prospect of more matches, more profile visibility and more dates if users pay more money. In effect, what's happening is you're having a residual benefit extracted from you so that you can advertise yourself more freely. You might as well take a picture of yourself with some blurb and stick it on a billboard somewhere. A former employee of Match Group, which owns Tinder and Hinge, told The Observer all they care about is revenue, finding as many ways as possible to lure people to a paid feature. Let's substitute that for the behavior of the narcissist. All the narcissist cares about is the prime aims, finding as many ways as possible to lure people to those primed aims. At least 4.4 million adults in the United Kingdom use online dating platforms or services, according to data company Statista. About a quarter of users pay for the services, generating £150 million in annual revenue, and placing the United Kingdom as the third largest dating app market globally, behind only the United States and China. The most popular in the United Kingdom are Tinder, Bumble and Hinge, which all offer a freemium model of a free account with options to upgrade and subscription rates of up to £69.99 a month. All this where you're parting with your hard-earned money for the purposes of entering what is shark-infested waters, which is prevalent with narcissists. Today, even rudimentary features on some apps, such as seeing everyone who liked your profile, are unavailable without paying. And of course, what is it that many empathic victims have? That's right, a strong truth-seeker trait, the need to know. And therefore, those individuals want to know who liked them, and therefore are more likely to pay in order to find that out. Not so much driven by their ego, but driven by that need to know. While testing Tinder, in just over 60 seconds, the journalists were presented with 6 different adverts offering paid features. After testing Tinder's 30-minute boost, which costs £7.99 and claims to increase your chances for a match, a pop-up informed me, you received 38 likes. Don't keep your match waiting. Get Tinder Gold to see who. Thus, having spent money, you're being encouraged to spend more money. It's a little bit like playing a fruit machine. You've got a win, but there are bigger wins available. The dopamine has flowed as a consequence of that smallish win. Get another one. The dopamine has flowed as a consequence of the fact that you found out that you've got 38 likes. But who is it? Let's find out who they are. Spend some more money. What is it that the narcissist does with you when you are being ensnared? Offers you a reward, makes you feel good. Offers you another reward, tempts you with a bit more, a flattering compliment, taking you somewhere nice, giving you great sex, inviting you to meet friends and family, making it that you're entering the narcissist world. Slice, as your world is sliced away and you become subsumed into the narcissist. Think about the occasions where I've talked about in the past the narcissist that hoovers you first thing in the morning with a message so that you become conditioned to expect it. And then one morning, the message isn't there, it's a little bit late. The sense of anxiety that you experience. Why haven't they text messaged me? And then that sense of relief as it comes through 5 minutes late with false contrition. Sorry, I was busy with something else. But it is the narcissism inherently testing you, testing the extent of the control over you, and engaging in the provision of a reward, i.e., the attention of the narcissist. Thus, not only are dating apps replete with narcissists, for reasons that I've explained in a separate video, the dating app behaves in a way that is similar to the way that a narcissist ensnares. The article continues by explaining that when the journalists went to see the new matches section, they had no option to see who liked them except by paying for a subscription. They were presented with a pop-up for a Tinder Gold subscription for a minimum of £11.99 a week. Match Group has a 60% share of the UK sector and Bumble Inc. about 30%. Match Group is the undisputed Goliath, also owning OkCupid, Plenty of Fish, The League, Match.com and more. Its apps have been downloaded 750 million times globally, and its algorithms decide the romantic fates of millions of people. But Match is facing increasing scrutiny. A class action lawsuit in the United States, launched earlier this year, claimed that harnessing powerful technologies and hidden algorithms, Match intentionally designs the platforms with addictive game-like design features, which lock users into a perpetual pay-to-play loop that prioritizes corporate profits over its marketing promises and customers' relationships goals. I.e., it's all about what Match wants in terms of money rather than what you want, namely a romantic relationship. Similar with the narcissist, isn't it? The way that the narcissistic dynamic operates isn't to give you what you want, although it appears like that to begin with. It's about giving the narcissist what the narcissist requires: control, fuel, character traits, residual benefits. The narcissistic dynamic locks you into a loop, giving you and taking away, praising you and then criticizing you, causing you to yearn for that initial golden period and strive harder to get it back. Not walk away, not cancel your subscription to the narcissist, no, but to continue to want more. A source told The Observer, "There's a theory that the apps are geared not towards matching people, but to keep them on platforms. The algorithm, based on what we can tell from the outside in, is actually sending you false matches and not delivering the ones you might actually truly be a match with. This could be for two reasons," the source concluded: to keep you on the platform, but also breaking down the users in terms of sending them matches that make no sense on any level, such that they think that they are the problem. And such they're going to be incentivized to continue by escalating subscription costs and do anything because they are made to feel like they can't find a match. Who else is it that tells you you are the problem? Or how many times do you think you are the problem and then you try and do something about it? Yes, again, this comes from the narcissistic dynamic. And the dating dynamic on these platforms appears to cause you to believe that you are the problem, so that you won't go away and just leave it, but rather that you'll try and fix it. Who is it that invariably try to fix and heal? Empathic people. That trait of the desire to fix and heal becomes corrupted, and thus these are the individuals that are drawn to narcissistic relationships, that are drawn to continue in their pursuit of love, because also they're a love devotee. Match Group's responses, as you would expect, they stated, "This lawsuit is ridiculous and has zero merit. Our business model is not based on advertising or engagement metrics. We actively strive to get people on dates every day and off our apps. Anyone who states anything else doesn't understand the purpose and mission of our entire industry." Dating apps today are different from how they were just a few years ago. Tinder, the world's highest grossing dating app, was free when it became the first mainstream smartphone dating app in 2012. Other apps emulated its pioneering game-like design, with a carousel of profiles that users can swipe through and like to match and chat. After amassing millions of users, Tinder launched its first paid subscription features in 2015. Match acquired Hinge in 2018, and 2 years later it launched the Standouts feature, which effectively keeps people most your type behind a paywall. It means that daters on Hinge can view the profiles that the app says are getting the most attention, coupled with who we think you'll like, but cannot contact them without sending them a rose. Hinge offers one free rose a week, after which they cost £3.33 each. Bumble offers a similar feature called a super swipe, £4 to contact a profile that it says may help you match. The app also offers advanced filters and a more tailored experience for paid users. Pop-up adverts in all three apps promote paid-for options that imply you will get seen by more people, promised gain, or get noticed sooner, promised gain, for a certain period of time. But it's unclear what users are actually paying for. Luke Brunning, who runs a love, sex and relationships research group, nice work if you can get it, at the University of Leeds, likened dating apps' features to video game loot boxes, which have drawn the attention of gambling regulators. Brunning said that the financial model of some dating apps is a bit like other kinds of in-video game purchasing, which, some people worry, is basically a form of gambling. You're basically saying, look, I'm going to pay money for this profile boost. I've got literally no idea how this works. I have no access to data. All I'm doing is paying money to a company in the hope that my profile will be pushed up and I'll somehow get an advantage. So people worry that could be addictive. Again, in essence, this is like the narcissistic dynamic. At first, you have no idea how it works. You don't really know what you're dealing with. But rather than walk away from it, you want to get behind the paywall, in effect. You want to get more with the narcissist. And thus, you strive by giving more of yourself to try and get that advantage. The journalist explains that before testing Hinge's Boost feature, I was shown a screen that said, "No likes yet, we're here to help. We can get you seen by more daters sooner." The journalist was offered the option to boost the profile or upgrade to Hinge X. The journalist paid £9.99 for a 60-minute boost, after which they had 23 new likes. You give, you receive. That's like the narcissistic dynamic. You give fuel and control to the narcissist, you're painted white, the narcissist treats you well. You want more. However, although they had 23 new likes, the journalist couldn't see them all. The app explained, "Subscribe to see everyone who likes you." She was also prompted to buy a $29.99 24-hour Super Boost, which claims to get up to 3 times more views than Boost. Promise gained. One of the men I matched and chatted with indicated that he had liked me before I purchased the Boost. That tends to suggest, therefore, that the journalist wasn't told about the Boost. It was actively held back. Addictive design appears to have been baked into Tinder from the beginning. Similar in relation to the dynamic between narcissist and victim. Addiction is baked in from the very beginning. Jonathan Badeen, Tinder's co-founder, invented the swipe mechanism, and in 2018 he told HBO's Swipe documentary that we have some of these almost game-like elements where you almost feel like you're being rewarded. It kind of works like a slot machine. You're excited to see who the next person is. Hopefully, you're excited to see the "it's a match" screen, a nice little rush. Badeen said he'd learned about the intermittent variable reward system, a form of engineered behavioral addiction, in business classes at college. Having unpredictable yet frequent rewards is the best way to motivate someone to keep moving forward. What's that like? Yes, the narcissistic dynamic. You receive intermittent variable rewards from the narcissist. It's unpredictable. You're not sure how the narcissist is necessarily going to respond. Sometimes, when you anticipate that the narcissist would be pleasant to you, they've fallen silent. That causes you not to think, "problem, I'll walk away," but that you want to get in touch. You want to solve the problem, that you want to get the reward. And thus, having already been conditioned by the intermittent reward that the narcissist has given you as part of the natural ensnarement of you as a victim, you don't walk away, you continue to remain, your own addiction to the narcissist being massaged by this intermittent reinforcement. Intermittent or random rewards are addictive because they hijack the brain's reward-seeking systems to expect something good to come without knowing when, so people feel compelled to keep playing, scrolling, or swiping. Or in other words, you've been given a taste of the golden period, and it is exciting and fun and edifying and interesting, but you're not sure when you're next going to see the narcissist, or when that next text message will come through, or when the next compliment will appear. It's exciting. It's addictive. So you keep on playing. Accordingly, online dating, as I've explained elsewhere, is not only problematic because it attracts a lot of narcissists for reasons that I've explained elsewhere, but it actually replicates the narcissistic dynamic in terms of seeking to drive revenue in a way that is similar to the way that a narcissist ensnares and keep ensnared the victim. In short, get out in the real world. Don't bother with online dating. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.